Okay, we're going to give you a tour of our garden. Alright, I'm sitting in the bench. This is what I see from my bench. It's just gorgeous. You can see the playground over there. It's a little windy, so I'm going to try to give you this tour before the wind picks up. We're going to start on this side. And in the back, all along the fence, all the way down to, I'll stop, down there we have our peas. See the peas growing. And then next to the peas we have, these plants right here are garlic. So we've got some garlic that we planted here. Someone gave us some bulbs that needed to be planted and we just got them in the ground and up there growing. Next to the garlic is some daylilies. And this particular daylily is got lots of flowers on it. It's actually the only daylily in the garden right now with all the flowers. And every part of the daylily is edible, including the blossoms, and the blossoms are actually kind of sweet and I like them. Then we have rhubarb spread throughout the garden. Here's another variety of daylily, but I haven't seen the flower on it. I think it's a purple flower. Then we have the tree from Grandma Tucker. She got us a nitrogen fixing tree for our garden. It's called a golden honey locust, and it smells delicious, and it drops leaves that feed the garden. So all these leaves will drop and add nitrogen to the soil. Behind them we have Egyptian walking onions. They're not looking too great right now, but we transplanted them and they're still alive. They'll do great. We just need to give them time. I can see new growth on them. Down here we have this little tiny grassy looking thing is actually a garlic chive, and it tastes delicious. It is so yummy. It has a little bit of a garlicky taste to it. Then we have some more daylilies. Some of these daylilies are struggling because the mice kept trying to eat them down, but we got rid of most of our mouse problem for the year. In the garden, we'll see how it continues to go. Here we have a red currant bush. It's doing quite well. And behind it is also some more Egyptian walking onions. Like I said, I'm seeing some new growth on them. They have a little bit of tip damage from transplanting and stuff, but they're alive and doing well. And then we have a plum tree. We don't expect any fruit from any of our fruit trees this year. We've just had terrible winds and late freezing after things warmed up, and that just killed our fruit prospects, but the berries should do well. Then in these little ditches, I don't know if you can see the ditches, but we will have plants in here. Then at the end here, we have what's called a sea buckthorn, and it actually needs a male and a female. I don't know if this is the male or the female yet, but we will put more sea buckthorns on the property to make sure that we can get a good crop. Down here, this little guy is a mint plant. I think he's spearmint. And then over here, oh, worth mentioning, underneath the trees we planted, I don't know, let's see if I'm using the shot. Not seeing them. Okay, this is a shade tree. And then I did notice we have a little guy down here. Right, let's see if there we go, right there. That should be crookneck squash. There's more planted in this area, so we'll just see if they germinate. And then over here, one of our favorite plants in the garden. This is our, and you can see underneath the plants you'll see straw. That's to help hold the moisture in when we water in this dry desert. These are chocolate mint plants. We have 6 of them and they are spreading, and we want them to spread. They're allowed to spread in this entire area and it won't hurt the garden at all. And they're just so delicious. And then we have another shade tree. These shade trees are actually put here at the end of the garden so that one day we can actually put a hammock between the two of them. And then over here we have what's called a bluebeard. It won't flower till the end of the summer, and it will attract the bees. Behind it we have some oregano. And then over here, and here we have, I hope you can see one of them, we have some goldfish. We've got several goldfish in there. They're doing okay. And they're just kind of a fun addition to the garden. They don't really do anything except for make us smile. Over here, you'll see these plants are comfrey, and this whole corner, I'm going to see if I can get, yep, this whole corner, it's a triangle. Behind, this is a hole for a tree. We don't have a tree yet. We still have room for about 3 more trees in the garden. This whole corner has all this comfrey planted in it to make use of this dead space. And you can see the straw again trying to hold the moisture in the ground. This is a moisture-loving plant. And in the background, you can hear the goats talking. This plant is actually being grown to feed the animals, including the goats. And it's very high in protein. And so our goal is to, you can actually see on this one a little purple flower, but our goal is to grow food on our farm to feed our animals so that we don't have to buy it from the store. And this is one of those projects. Let's see if I can come over here and get out of my shot again. Oh, there's another spot for more. We told you we have room for a few more trees. If I come down here, you're going to see these little plants. These are cucumber plants. We're excited. The kids helped us plant all these seeds. They love cucumbers. This is what we call a serviceberry. I believe I have 2 types of serviceberry in this garden. One here, and then let me pan over here. There's one over here. That one's not flowering. Those we can make jam out of if they give us berries. These right here are our zucchini, and we love zucchini, so we're so excited to see this many. These were old seeds. We didn't have a great germination rate on them, but it's a good enough germination rate that we will have plenty of zucchini. We love zucchini. This is our peach tree. Again, we don't expect to see fruit off of it this year, but it's still a beautiful addition to the garden and will add shade. Let's come over here. Right next to the garden we have our ducks. These are our ducks. We have 6 right now. One of them's over there by the water. We change their water about once every other day when we water the garden. They're giving us between 3 and 4. We have 5 females and they're giving us between 3 and 4 eggs a day now. We scaled back thinking maybe we had too many ducks, and that's one of the reasons they weren't laying well. And it seems to be the perfect amount of ducks for our farm. Okay, I'm going to come over here. This plant right here is catnip, and it has lots and lots of flowers. And the beauty of it is that it is amazing for butterflies and bees. But the butterflies last year, they just swarmed the thing when it was full of flowers, and it was so beautiful. Another daylily. Here we have our green onions from when we eat the green onions, but we chop them so that they're still roots. See, so you can see where the root was, the original root, and then we plant it in the garden, and it grows back. Sorry, out of the shot. Grows back, and we eat it. More rhubarb. The rhubarb isn't doing fabulous over here, daylily. And then here is, this is a currant bush. This currant bush isn't doing fabulous. I need to learn a little bit more about it to try to figure out how I can help it. Maybe prune it back a little, give it a little bit of help. Down here we have got more, a different variety, I believe, of cucumbers. And then down at the end I've got another one. Here's the space again for another tree. And then we have room for another bush over here. This is wild oregano. Here again, another plum tree. some of the garlic chives. These are just, I can't even tell you enough how much. You just pick them and eat them. They're just so good. Natural garlic flavor is just fabulous. We have to replant our green beans, but we did get some come up, and we planted them around the base of our trees. But we've only gotten about 1 per tree. I would like to see about 4 around the tree. So we're going to come back and plant some more green beans. Get some more seeds. And then over here we have our gooseberry. And we've got some more plants on the ground there. We plant between, and then this is an apple tree there again. We probably won't be getting apples this year. But we put this tree in a couple years ago. It was the first tree in our orchard. So that was kind of fun. Between we have trees. Between the trees we have bushes. Between the bushes we have smaller plants.